Okay, so the reason I'm outside is because Riley is on my back and he's super fussy. So I was trying to figure out what to do with him. So we're just outside, spinning around, hanging out together. And he's much better. He's feeling much better, huh? It's late. He hasn't been sleeping well. So, yeah, there's the reason why I'm outside. Yeah. Welcome back to Manda Lives Life. So I'm thinking about doing a story time video. How do you guys think about that? Let's start anyways. Even if you don't want to hear one, you can click off this video if you don't like it. So I decided to do a story time kind of segment on why water hates me. Sorry about the terrible lighting. I'm outside. Like I said, I'm just running in circles. Hi, kitty. Look how cute. There's a baby kitty. You see, there's now two. They're following me. Hi, kitties. Like, every time I look back, there's more and they're closer. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so when I was really little, I did some stupid things. We lived by a lake, and in the winter it got frozen, of course. And I tried to stay away from the water because I fell in a lot. And here is one story, just one out of probably 15 that I have, of falling into a lake while it was frozen. Okay, this was completely my fault, all the way. But I gotta kind of blame my oldest sister too, because I know she was messing with me. And she did it a lot, where she thought things like this were funny. So let me get into it. Okay, this takes place after my about 13 fall into the lake. I swear, like maybe 12, 13, between there. And I'm not supposed to be anywhere near the lake. We already know that I'm terrible with water. We already know that I could just be killed by it at any moment. And my sister is by the water, and the lake is frozen. And we had a dock at my grandma's house. This dock was next to a pontoon boat, and she was going in and out of the pontoon boat at first, and I didn't know why. I can't remember why, but she was on the dock, and she's like, "Oh, Amanda, this dock is loose. Like, help me fix it." So it was kind of loose, and she's like, "No, go to the edge, go over closer to the water." I'm like, "I don't think I should be doing it. You know, I'm not supposed to be near the water." She's like, "It'll just be a second. It'll be so easy. It'll be fine." I go right next to it and I lift it up, so I'm basically like sitting over the edge of the water, holding the edge of it, and there's no way at this point that I can even move what we were trying to move, because I literally was standing on the edge of it, so there's no way to like shift it by this point. There's a dude being like crazy ridiculous with the car over here. He's just revving his engine, being all like it's the 1990s and you're driving around in the night. Like, I don't know if you can hear him. But sorry about the last segment, but he's definitely like, you know, like we kids used to do back in the day, where we drive around with our neons on and our tint windows and get all in trouble from the noise ordinance. Yeah, you know what I mean. Here he goes. Okay, I should get this story done fast. Anyway, I was on the edge. You can't move this thing. You couldn't do anything with it. Like, literally, I'm doing nothing. Like, I'm just holding on to the edge of it. And she pulls up and she said, "Pull apart her." Like, she pulls it and it didn't really budge. Like, I was standing on it. I was heavy even then. So I tried to pull on it even harder. My hand slipped and I fall back into the water. So mind you, it is still ice. I actually went through the ice and I ended up underneath the ice for a second. And I can't remember. I think my grandma and my grandpa and other people came out and they pulled me out. It was pretty quick. My sister's standing there laughing and like, you know, being stupid. You know, like, I shouldn't have done that, and she knew that it was a silly thing. So she was there, and they dragged me in the house, and my great grandma starts the tub, and she puts me in the tub, and I'm already afraid of water. I'm like, I don't want to go in. Like, I'm being ridiculous now because I don't want to go in the water. I don't want to touch water. I hate water at this point. It's already been 1,000 times. I thought it was going to be no big deal. I thought it was going to be okay, and it wasn't. So she puts me in the tub with my clothes on, everything. So I had just got brand new boots, by the way, from like Payless or some other kind of Crown shoes, or, you know, one of those places where you go into water or you like get into a rain puddle and the shoes fall apart. Well, that's what happened. I had all new clothes on that day. I ended up going home, mind you, after all this stuff, being yelled at, getting all kinds of trouble for doing stupid stuff and I'm old enough at this point. Like, you couldn't say that it was my sister's fault. She was just pulling a prank or whatever. It was a little dangerous. Mind you, though, the water, like, I could stand up in it. It wasn't like a big deal. It was kind of frozen, and I did go underneath like thin ice for a second, but it was like I could stand up and break through the ice. It was no big deal. So don't try to blame her. I'm old enough to know better at this point, to not do it, and I still did it because I wanted to be a superhero and help her out, and she knew it. She knew it. So anyway, I just wanted to say that first. Like, literally, it was ankle to, like, not ankle, but knee to, like, stomach length water. I could stand up, you know, from where I fell. But anyway, I go, like, into the tub, and I had to go home in my grandma's clothes and her grandma panties and her grandma pants. And she was, like, way smaller than me. Like, even from a young age, she was way smaller than me. So everything was super tight and did not fit me well. And I was so upset, and they wouldn't buy me new shoes because it was my fault again. And water hates me. I mean, like, I could be near it and slip in it. I could be near it and drown in it, I swear. Like, so this is number 2 of why I believe water hates me. And it was my fault, but the water was still very mad at me, and I love water, but I hate it, you know? Okay, so I don't know how well this story comes across. Like, it is pretty spastic, but I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like this new series of me just describing why water doesn't like me. It's gonna become a thing because there's hundreds of stories like this. Like I said, I fell in the water like 15 times, like not even once. It was like a ton. I have frozen water stories. I have ocean stories. I have warm water swimming stories. I have literally slipped on ice 1,000 times. So I want to tell you all these stories, and I hope you guys stay tuned for them. And I have plenty of new videos coming up. I post them on Wednesday at 8 a.m. and Saturday at 8 a.m. I haven't done great at that, but is literally just not, I scheduled it wrong the last couple times and ended up doing it on like way later dates, so I'm sorry for that. I will try to be better at it. Oh my gosh, I walked him asleep. He's asleep back there. I knew he might be because he was talking a little bit ago, and then all of a sudden he stopped, so. Oh, he might be a little awake. You hear it? Okay, so please like and subscribe. I need more viewers so I can put some video commercials on here. That'd be nice. I've been a YouTuber for almost 3 years, I believe. 4 years? I can't even remember the first video that I put up. Probably about 4 years ago, almost. I'm going to be outside for a minute because I'm going to try to do a time lapse of the moon because it looks amazing, and I will show you guys. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Bye-bye.